Unlike Islamabad, where a restaurant being overhyped always means the food is bad, in my experience with Lahori restaurants, that's not always the case. Here, places are usually appropriately hyped because Lahoris are savage. If the food is bad once, they will not go again. Unlike my fellow Islamabadis, who'll keep going back just because the place was Instagrammable. Anyway, today I'm heading to Café De Como in Lahore with a friend, and I've heard so much about this place. At first glance, it was charming, yet contemporary, and creative. Perhaps the most creative offering on a menu I've seen in Lahore so far. As for the food itself, keep on watching to see if the food lived up to the hype. Good morning, or should I say good afternoon. It is officially my third day in Lahore, and मैंने Chinese Thai type भी खा लिया है, मैंने देसी खाना भी खा लिया, और कल वाला देसी was real heavy desi, like proper desi. So I think आज कोई pizza pasta type situation होने वाली है. A friend of mine is picking me up in exactly 10 minutes. I just have time to do this intro, and she's taking me to some place called Como. I don't know. She's taking me there, so let's see what it's like. I have no idea what to expect. I think unke continental khane hai like pasta and pizza and what do you call it? Biryani ka word pata nahi kyun aaya mere se. Maybe I'm craving biryani, but Lahore mein biryani nahi khani. No, that's a crime against humanity. You can get any desi food in Lahore, just never get biryani. But enough about biryani. I'm on my way to Como. I don't know iska kya naam hai. It's I think 10 minutes away from where I am right now. So I haven't checked out the place at all. मैंने Insta वगैरह सोचा था करूँगी, time नहीं था. Let me take you along with me. And I'm here outside Café De Como, right where their parking is. It's located right off Main Boulevard in Gulberg. And what makes it even more special is this very charming building it's in. When you enter the premises, there's an art gallery of some sort right in the beginning, or maybe it's a museum, I'm not sure. I wasn't able to check it out because it was closed at the time I went. It was a sunny spring afternoon, and honestly, the whole place had such a calm and welcoming feel. Right behind the main building is where the cafe is, and on my very first glance, I fell in love with the place. The decor was very floral, soft colors, delicate arrangements, little touches of nature everywhere. It felt like stepping into a spring garden tucked away in the middle of the city. You know those spots that immediately make you slow down a little? This was one of those. And since it was a weekday and it was still daytime, it wasn't crowded at all. Just a few quiet conversations in the background, the sound of cutlery, a little bit of soft music, nothing overwhelming. I hate noisy restaurants with loud music, so I was already liking this. What I loved the most was the natural light. The cafe is designed in a way that you don't really need artificial lighting during the daytime. It was very warm, cozy, very demure, very mindful. They have an indoor seating area as well as an outdoor seating area, and on this day I chose to sit outdoors just because of how nice the weather was. Or perhaps that was my experience, because I'm pretty sure this place is packed during peak hours. Okay, before my food comes, I just want to say I'm absolutely in love with this place in terms of the ambience and the decor and the setup. I think they've just nailed it. It's beautiful. It's just perfectly done. बहुत मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है to come here. Now I'm going to go order. On to the menu. I was blown away by the creativity of the dishes they offered. It was a really unique menu. They had some Pan-Asian stuff and some Western dishes. That's quite common for restaurants, you might think, but I've never really been to a place that served ribeye steak with miso truffle butter, or a crispy Asian fish burger with brioche bread and gochujang in the same menu. My brain was fried, guys, in a good way. First time I ever felt like studying a menu and really reading all the details in it and seeing what combinations they've come up with for different foods from different cuisines. They also had a separate sushi menu, which I'll not talk about because I'm not really a sushi person. So instead of ordering one main, my friend suggested we order different small plates so we could try different things. We ended up ordering the fried okra and the 5-spice chicken from the sharing plates. followed by the prawn and herb dumplings, and then some panna cotta at the end for dessert. First up was the fried okra, and the first thing I noticed was 10 out of 10 presentation, because that is a beauty of a plate. Can you believe this is just bhindi? I've had fried okra many times, and most of those times it just looked like literal fried bhindi. This did not. It had fried garlic, peanuts, and this Japanese blend of chili and spices on top, served with some lemon on the side, which you could squeeze on top. I think my taste buds had some sort of short circuiting because I could not speak. And normally you associate short circuiting with something bad, but this was good. This short circuiting in my mouth meant I couldn't speak, so I could focus on eating instead. This always happens to me when I have a 10 out of 10 food experience, which is handy because I waste less effort in talking about it and more effort into consuming it. The fried okra was for rupees 1400, and you might think this is a lot for something that's just bhindi, but it is not just bhindi. The Japanese spice blend and the garlic condiment and the peanuts and the green onions, etc., plus the creativity, all makes it worth it. Up next was the 5-spice chicken, and I had to pinch myself at this point to check if I'm dreaming, because what is this? There was 5-spice chicken, there was this pancake / mini crepes situation, there were these veggies and these condiments to go with it. I had a hard time figuring out what's going on because a restaurant in Pakistan had actually given me something to think about. It was actually giving me a PowerPoint presentation on this food item that is a unique combination of ingredients I've not experienced together like this before. It actually got me thinking, A, this dish is new. B, how do I eat this? C, that's a unique assembly of ingredients. I feel robbed, guys. I don't get to experience food in this manner in Islamabad. I'm hating Lahoris right now. Okay, I've talked enough about the creativity, but the taste was even better. I can't do justice with words. It's an explosion of flavor and texture. You have the spicy fermented chili paste and the sweet hoisin sauce. You have the warm pancakes and the cool cucumber and green onion. And then you have the soft, moist, marinated chicken and this crunchy, crispy textured topping to go on top. There's so much contrast happening here, so many things working together. Hats off to the team that came up with the concept of this dish. It's very well thought and very well executed. For rupees 2,400, I think this was very reasonably priced. This is the sharing plate. Between my friend and I, we were able to have 3 of these rolls / wraps each. Up next were the prawn and herb dumplings. And this is where I felt a bit let down. Not because the dumplings were bad, but because the fried okra and the 5-spice chicken had set the bar so high that I was expecting some magic with these as well. And they were just regular, nice dumplings. I don't remember them much, what they tasted like. They weren't exactly memorable. Also, because you can find good, even great dumplings literally everywhere in Pakistan, even Islamabad. These didn't really stand out for me taste-wise. For rupees 1,850, we got 5 dumplings, and this is the first dish where I felt like they couldn't really justify this price, given that creativity and that magic was missing. And then finally, it was time for dessert. My friend really wanted me to try this one dessert. I don't remember what it was called, but they didn't really have it that day. So instead, we got the panna cotta, which according to my friend wasn't going to be as nice as the dessert she originally wanted to order for me. But she's Lahori, and Lahoris have really high standards, because I'm sorry, I was already blown away just by looking at it. It was beautiful to look at, and I can forgive savory food items if they have bad presentation, but desserts should always look pretty all the time. The panna cotta was solid, it was lemony and super fresh. For rupees 1,850, it was a reasonable sized portion as well that could be shared between 2 people. Kamal. Do you want this? Hello? I don't think it's meant to be eaten.
No, I think it is.
It is, because it's really nice.
मैं ये कहने लगी थी कितनी मेहनत क्यों करें otherwise.
When I talk about something being reasonably priced, to some people it will still seem very expensive, and to some people it might seem very cheap. That's just the nature of dining out. Everyone has a different budget, and these things are always very subjective. I decide based on quality, how fresh something is, the location, the ambience, the dining experience, and also how many local versus imported ingredients were being used. Anyway, it was a beautiful spring afternoon in Lahore. I really love Lahore on non smoggy, non cloudy, colder weather days like this. I headed home and wanted to give you guys my final thoughts that I usually do a couple of hours later after the food has settled in my system, because that's when I usually know if the food was causing any bloating or acidity or any unpleasant symptoms or not. But I got distracted when I got home.
So cute, so cute, so cute. So cute, so cute and so confused. You're so cute. You're so cute. So cute. उसकी शक्ल
फ्यूजन अगर करना है ना तो उसको अच्छा करें। पाकिस्तानियों को लगता है चिकन मंचूरियन या एल्फ्रेडो टिक्का पास्ता करके उन्होंने बहुत बड़ा कोई तीर मारा है, मतलब इससे थोड़ा बाहर निकल आए। इन इस्लामाबाद स्पेशली जो फाइन डाइनिंग कॉन्टिनेंटल वाला ये जो कैटेगरी है हाई एंड, उसका बिगेस्ट जो इशू है इज दैट एवरीथिंग टेस्ट द सेम। आप चिकन टैराकॉन मंगवा लें और अल्फ्रेडो पास्ता मंगवा लें या आई डोंट नो कोई मशरूम ग्रेवी स्टेक मंगवा लें, एवरीथिंग टेस्ट द सेम। आई डिड नॉट फेस दिस इशू एट कोमो। आई लव्ड हाउ एवरी सिंगल डिश हैड इट्स ओन यूनिक flavor profile and nothing tasted the same. So excellent work done by the team at Como. I have no idea who they are, by the way. Secondly, I was really confused because मैं वहाँ गई थी thinking it'll be pastas and burgers and इस तरह का continental. It's nothing like that. It's a mix of Pan Asian and वो भी fusion Pan Asian. I wouldn't say कि आपको वहाँ जाके exact authentic कोई Chinese या Thai type मिलेगा या Malaysian. It's fusion, so keep that in mind once you go there. Thirdly, hats off to whoever did the interior for this place, the setup and the decor and the ambience. I think it was 12 out of 10 for me. I was just blown away. बहुत खूबसूरत है. It's amazing. Fourth thing, the presentation of the food was just on another level. मेरा नहीं ख्याल मैंने I can't recall the last time I went to a restaurant in Islamabad जहाँ पे मुझे presentation ऐसी मिली हो. These guys really thought about their presentation, कि उसको किस तरह से उसका texture कैसे layer करना है ताकि खाने के अंदर heights हो different, and they really, you can tell once you go there, they really thought about it. Fifth thing, these guys also do seasonal menus, so इनका पूरा साल year round यही menu नहीं चलता रहता. They change with the seasons, and I think that's fabulous. I think the concept of the restaurant मैं उस पे तो I was sold the second my friend explained it to me, because it really shows, जब आपके सामने वो menu आता है तो आपको नजर आता है कि यार ये कोई नई चीजें हैं that are normally not offered in Pakistani restaurants, especially in Islamabad. Overall, I would say it was an 11 out of 10. It exceeded my expectations. So, and creativity as well, 11 out of 10. So, I would totally recommend it. Would I go there again? Absolutely yes. Is it expensive? Absolutely yes. But is it worth it? Absolutely yes. आज मैं जा रही हूँ on a tour of old Lahore and old historical places in Lahore. My friends are taking me. They're giving me like a mini tour. I'm super grateful to them for this, by the way. So if you want to check out my tour of old Lahore and some Lahori desi nashta that I end up doing, you can check out this video right here.